It is the 14th of the 8th, 2011. This is today's climate change update. I'm starting on earthchanges.net tonight. British Columbia, Vancouver. They have a mystery sinkhole. They said they can't find any water damage or water soaking or pipe breaking or anything, so it's a complete mystery. U.S. Massachusetts sinkhole found in Boston's I-90 tunnel. Now they were saying something about ground freezing method of tunneling that they used to build the tunnel, and that they had some settling that they didn't calculate, and which was the cause of that sinkhole. And another mystery sinkhole in New York, and I'm going to guess Utica, New York. And they've patched the sinkhole, but they never did get back to the people on what caused it. Now, out of Australia, the dugongs, which is the Australian manatees, their deaths are on the rise, and they're having a struggle and a hard time in the current situation. And that's a pretty good story there. Out of Indonesia, we have a volcano erupting. I know they have several active volcanoes in the area. Mount Soputan, Soputan, had an eruption. There's a lot of video of this out online. Telephone views of ash clouds into the air, and the normal going on. Out of the United States, black, slimy, foamy water. Hundreds of dead fish and turtles are a mystery in Louisiana. Here we go again. Hundreds of dead fish and black water have led a multi-agency investigation team to a submerged pipeline in Louisiana, Washington's parish, along Pearl River that flows into the Gulf of Mexico. But investigators now want to know what is in the black water draining into the Gulf of Mexico. Dead zone stench and suffocation, topic of a recent conference. And there's got to be something wrong with the bayou, says Mike Tardo, owner of Tardo Hair Designs. Oh God. Wednesday, after hundreds of dead fish and turtles have been reported on Monday and Tuesday, prompting a Louisiana and Mississippi multi-agency investigation. Well, good for him. And of course, they'll have to hide all the evidence of that, because there might be litigation later, just like they did with the BP crap. So more toxins going into the Gulf of Mexico, just what you need, right? Out of Indiana, of course, here is the distraction story of the day. Stage collapse and kills at least 5 people now, confirmed deaths, and dozens injured. Right before a Sugarland concert, they had a storm front roll through. And of course, everybody's seen the video. They've been playing it non-stop, of the stage landing on people, and the heroism, yeah, where people actually jumped in and everybody was on the ball. And that just gives me hope as far as when things really do hit the fan, people do pull together, and they don't just necessarily automatically tear each other to pieces. I got another volcano in Indonesia, Mount Papandayans, Papandayyan volcano. They geared up the alert level to level 3. They're evacuating the tourists, actively out searching for tourists in danger zones, and getting everybody ready for this volcano to erupt as well. And again, Indonesia is a very, very active area. And mystery fish kill worries locals in Australia. A giant grouper has died in the Burrum River, B-U-R-R-U-M River, prompting speculation as to why fish are perishing in what an apparently healthy waterway. The stench of decaying fish hangs over sections of the river, and stunned fish are reportedly being caught by hand as they swim aimlessly in the shadows. And over to the extinction protocol today. Let me get to the top quick. They have an economy piece. Head of the World Bank warns market has entered new danger zone. all according to plan. Here's good news. Iran's first nuclear power plant comes online. Well, there's another accident waiting to happen. Mexico now in undeclared civil war with drug gangs. Death tolls tops 50,000. Civil war's been going on down in Mexico for quite a while now. They're just now coming out with it. And some volcanoes out of the Kamaska region in far east Russia. They got another volcano, churns up more ash, air flight's potentially threatened, and these ash from these particular volcanoes are getting into the Fukushima radiation fallout activity going on from Japan, and that mixes with the ash and gets into the weather system. So when these volcanoes erupt, it's definitely something to pay attention to when it rains here in the United States and Canada and Europe. And apparently the Syrians are using their ships to barrage their own protesters. 21 dead now. The reports coming out of Syria that 2 of their warships were firing at their own people. And here we go with the last trump card. They're gearing us up for World War III. United Nations say cholera now epidemic in Somalia. And you got to remember, this is where the massive famine and drought is going on. And cholera is just another iron to the fire. And their situation is just getting worse and worse. And here's an interesting story for all of us LNN watchers. Comet Gerald traverses on constellation Pegasus. If you haven't already, it's time to start looking for Comet Gerald. This comet with the nomenclature C2009P1 is now coming to a small telescope binocular view. So here's your chance to see the brightest comet in the current night sky. Now, how is this the brightest comet in the current night sky when LNN is supposed to be so huge and so close? Something to look into for sure. And they've got another story. Residents search for the cause of strange acoustic anomaly reported in Kiev. And they have a video attached, of course, where this lady is video recording this noise coming out, just resonating through the city. And me and my wife both watched this video, and we agree that it sounds like metals rubbing in a very big and major way, and it's just echoing through this city valley, just really almost techno to listen to. Check it out if you got a few minutes. And Oklahoma, Texas set heat records in July. That is the understatement for sure. Everybody's on top of that one. Over to the RSOE quick. Let's say they got some extreme weather coming out of Maryland, Baltimore, a standing water, rain so bad kind of thing. Got a major fire out at Lake Baracea in California. I believe that's in the Napa Valley County area. And what else is new? What else is new? Flash floods in India, in the Bankura district, and they're having several districts actually, just severe rain, torrential downpours, crop damage. I think they're getting a lot of what Pakistan was getting last year, just devastating rains and floods. And that's about all for the climate change update for tonight. Of course, if I miss anything, please attach your comments or leave your videos below. And enjoy while you can. Thanks, everybody.